Number 21 of the Math 99 Final Exam Review. Multiply and combine like terms. So what we have is two binomials. 2t minus 5 is one of them. And this is getting times by, I'm going to show you what's really going on here. It's getting times by this other binomial. Now what we have to do is make sure both things in here, both terms here, get multiplied by both terms here. I'm going to show you two ways to do that. One way is to draw arrows. First of all, I want 2t to get multiplied by 3t. 2t also wants to get multiplied by 7. So let's do those two multiplications. 2t times 3t, 2 times 3 is 6, and t times t is t squared. So 2t got multiplied by 3t. Now I need to do 2t times a positive, think of that as a positive 7. So 2t times 7 is a positive 14t. So I write plus 14t. Alright, now 2t got multiplied by both things over here. Now, I'm going to think of this as a negative 5 because it has a minus sign in front of it. It wants to get multiplied by both things over here also, both terms. So I'm going to draw an arrow from the negative 5t to the 3t. Sorry about that. And also from the negative 5 to the positive 7. So let's do those two multiplications now. Again, think of this as a negative 5, and we're timesing it by the 3t. That gives us negative 15t. And look how I wrote it. I wrote it as subtract 15t. Alright, now I have to do the other multiplication. Negative 5 times a positive 7. Negative 5 times positive 7 is negative 35. So watch how I write it. I write minus 35. Okay, I'm almost done. I need to just simplify this expression and combine any like terms. You're always going to have like terms right in the middle. These two terms will always be alike when you're multiplying binomials that look like this. So I'm going to be adding, by the way, there's no other t squareds, right? That's why there's no like term to go with this one, and there's no other plain numbers, so there's nothing to go with the minus 35. But this is a plus 14t, this is a minus 14t, and they can be put together. So I'm going to write down 6t squared, and then I'm going to add these two together. Positive 14 and negative 15 make negative 1, so I'm going to write minus 1t. Don't forget the t that's on them. And then minus 35. That is one way to do this problem. Now I'm going to show you another way to do it, and you might want to grab a separate sheet of paper or do it on the back or wherever you have some room. This is called the box method, and a lot of people like this better. So remember what happened here. We had to make sure everybody in the first set of parentheses got multiplied by everybody in the second parentheses. Here's how we can do that with a box or an area diagram. I'm going to draw a box that's 2 squares by 2 squares. And I'm going to put the first binomial on top. I'm going to write 2t above this box. I'm going to write minus 5, because remember, we're thinking of that as a negative 5 above that box. Now I'm going to write the other binomial along the side. I'm going to write the 3t here, and then the positive 7 plus 7 here. I don't need to put a plus sign in front of it if it's positive. If it was negative, if it was subtracted, I'd put a minus sign. Now, what we're doing, this is called an area model, because what you're going to do is it's like pretending you're finding the area of this box right here. You would multiply this side by this side. So we're going to multiply the 2t by 3t. 2 times 3 is 6, and t times t is t squared. All right? Now I'm going to go over to this box. This side is minus 5. This side is also 3t. So basically, you're multiplying these two things, the 3t and the minus 5. So 3 times minus 5 is negative 15. And bring along the t, because there's no t's here on the negative 5. Now we go to this box. And again, it's this side, which is 2t long, 2t times 7. In other words, you're multiplying the 2t by the 7, the two things that meet right here. 2 times 7 is 14, and bring along the t. Now if you'll notice, we have the same terms we got here. 6t squared, 6t squared. 14t, 14t. Minus 15t, minus 15t. So guess what? 7 times negative 5, these two things meet right here. This side is minus 5, this side is 7. 7 times minus 5 is negative 35. I have the same four terms I got here, and I'm going to list them out from this corner to this corner. So I get 6t squared minus 15t. Now this is a positive 14t, so I write plus 14t, and then minus 35. Now the like terms, when you use the box method, will always be the two terms on this diagonal. 14t minus 15t, and they're also right here. I like to just combine them right here and go, oh, that's minus 1t. Or you can combine them when you get to here. And then the 6t squared and the minus 35 don't have anybody to combine with. I get the same answer I got when I was using the arrow method, the distributive method. Get the same answer with the box method. You watch the video one more time, decide which of these two methods you like the best, and we'll use it again on problem 22.